Welcome to our channel Roman Go, and today let us take a look at Kos Minars and what remains of these marvelous medieval Indian structures. Kos Minar literally translates as a mile pillar. They are reminders of the medieval Indian milestones along the Grand Trunk Road in northern Indian subcontinent and were introduced by the 16th century Pashtun ruler Sher Shah Suri, erected to serve as markers of distance along the royal routes. They were described as marvel of India by the early European travelers such as Sir Thomas Roe and have been labeled as an integral part of India's national communication system by the Archaeological Survey of India. A kos in Sanskrit is 1/4 of a yojana, an ancient Indian unit of distance. It represented a distance of approximately 3.22 kilometers or 2 miles. A minar is a Persian word for tower. These are solid round pillars around 30 feet in height on a platform built with bricks and plastered over with lime. They are not identical. As milestones, they were an important part of communication and travel. The octagonal base is usually about a third of the height of the minar. The idea was to ensure that they were visible from a distance in the open countryside. At night, lit torches were fixed to the pillars to mark the route. In the 3rd century BC, Emperor Ashoka improved existing routes linking his capital city Patliputra to Dhaka in the east and Kabul via Peshawar in the west, and further on to Balkh. These routes had landmarks in the form of mud pillars, trees, or wells. The 16th century Pashtun ruler Sher Shah Suri introduced improved brick pillars plastered over with lime at every kos. The construction of minars was popular amongst the Mughal rulers, and these minars served as milestones after every kos, so they came to be known as Kos Minars. Abul Fazl recorded in Akbarnama that in the year 1575 AD, Akbar issued an order that at every kos on the way from Agra to Ajmer, a pillar or a minar should be erected for the comfort of the travelers. In addition, many roadside sarais were also built for them. The later emperors such as Jahangir and Shah Jahan continued to add to the network of Kos Minars. In the Mughal period, there were around 600 minars. In the north, they were extending up to as far as Peshawar, and in the east to Bengal via Kannauj, extending down to Agra and Ajmer. These structures were basically of 3 types. Majority of them were bare structures for mere route identification. The towers in the second category were architecturally more pleasing to the eye and had some limited facilities for the weary traveler, such as provisions of drinking water and shade, while the third category was more elaborate. These pillars were constructed in close proximity to sarais or rest houses, baulis or wells, or even had a Eidgah for prayers. For day-to-day administration, a Kos Minar was important. At each kos was stationed a horse along with a rider and a drummer. Messages and messengers went back and forth. Therefore, it was an effective means of communication, rather a network of communication holding the empire together. Only around 110 Kos Minars are left. According to a report of the Archaeological Survey of India, there are 49 in Haryana alone, and they are under the ASI protection. Mostly spread in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan. They are visible by rail, by road, in paddy fields, and even in the middle of towns. 5 Kos Minars are present around Ludhiana city itself. Restoration work for 9 of them had begun, and the Archaeological Survey of India has given Kos Minars a protected status. Even the encroachments have been cleared and protective fencing have been built around them. These minars stand strong in the middle of the chaos and the modernization of roads and cities along the Grand Trunk Road and its important arteries. These forgotten and fading structures that once served to show the path to the weary travelers now stand lost and in dire need of a direction themselves.